Hi and welcome back to AI for Teachers. Today's video was a very short video but hopefully useful. So we've all seen it. You give a student a coding task and they immediately start typing without a plan, only to get stuck 5 minutes later. Today we're going to be looking at PRIMM worksheets and how to generate those in seconds. But first of all, let's have a quick recap on PRIMM. So for those that aren't aware, so PRIMM stands for Predict, Run, Investigate, Modify and Make. And I found this particularly useful for introducing new coding techniques or concepts. So it starts off with the teacher producing something, maybe some code, that the student has to look through and write down what they think the code will actually do. And that's without running it. So this is just going through, reading the code, trying to understand it and predict. After that, they actually run the code and they actually investigate the differences from their initial prediction to what was actually output, or what was actually the results they saw when they actually ran it. The next stage after is modify. This is where the students actually make incremental changes to the code base and alter its behavior to see its outputs. And finally, the last stage, make. That's where hopefully by this point the students have learned enough about the concept that we're trying to do to actually start a new piece of coding using the same concepts, or the concepts learned. Now, as mentioned, I have found this particularly useful actually for introducing new coding techniques. And this is actually, it is research backed, and it's found to be a way to reduce cognitive load and get kids reading code before they actually write it, which is a huge thing. So let's switch over. So here we are in our AI of choice. Here I'm actually using Gemini. So I'm going to start here by bringing in my new prompt. So here's my prompt. I'm a computer science teacher creating a PRIMM style worksheet for year 8 students learning Python for loops. Provide a short working code snippet including a predict section with a table for output, and there's a few other little bits and pieces there. So notice how in the prompt I've actually directed the AI, in this case Gemini, to actually, I specified the year group and the concept and the structure. And I could have actually built that out slightly more, but I found this does actually work. So let's click on that and see what we actually get. And here we go, a few seconds, and we start to produce our worksheet. So it starts off with topic, iteration, learning objectives, and straight down predict. It's got a bit of code there. It's asking us to predict, or certainly the student. And there's a prediction table expected to go through and complete. And then we come down and we run that, and they actually compare the actual output to the predictions. And then again, they can write any differences they like in there, and then they start to investigate. And these are some small changes they can start to do, and eventually you can get down to actually making and setting a different puzzle or different task for them to complete. Now, as mentioned, this is very, very quick, but as you can see, within a few seconds we can have something which does work particularly well with coding. We can copy this and put it into our school framework if we have one, or in fact if we do have one, we could probably pass it in and actually ask Gemini to produce the final output in the same format. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you very much.